the Cold War, what do you actually think you saw in the figures? Were the aliens are?
Yeah, no, I'm 100% convinced it was non-human technology there for 3 days. I think there was an operation in place. It wasn't a random thing to vector this stuff in and study it in close confines. I think we were put in a trap. And to see how this phenomena interacts with military people, being observed by special forces units in those woods, that's the pictures I showed earlier, that have guilty consciences. The thing got out of hand. It was being studied, filmed, and everything I'm describing that I saw was frontline. There was a whole back line that we didn't see, and thus that's the command post over at this campsite. This was a much bigger thing, and many of us were put in place on that base. Now I know, not by random, but because of prehistory. This is a threat, and people with prehistory, by the way, with this phenomena, are a threat to the power base. Who do we answer to? But no, and what I saw there, I have a history with this stuff in my life. I don't know where it's from. I know where it ain't from. Not from Detroit. But this, I did see things. The word alien, it's alien to me. They weren't human. It was non-human thing that went on. And how it was all convoluted with sodium amythol. And you see, we were contained rats, and so you can start to sweep, fireproof everyone. This thing got out of hand. It was to be, these guys on the first night were lured. They were lured out to those woods. No question. And this thing just got bigger. Look at the picture I took midday, 2 days later. This shit's still around. I didn't see it then. I didn't know I'd be in front of it later. And so that's my view. That's my view. I know we're not alone here. I know that. I'm not in the proof business. I'm in the truth business, my truth. But I'm not out to sell you nothing. It's also, the reality of this stuff is subjective. You wake up to some reality you live with, and you go, I know we're not alone. Real quick story, 1975, 40 years ago this month, driving on Niagara Falls, Western New York State, New York Thruway, midday, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, car windows open, my mother's driving, my sister's in the back. She wouldn't have cared if we rammed this thing over or a UFO, or she just doesn't care to know about it. It doesn't have Gucci on it, she doesn't care. And we're driving, and I was 15, and we're driving, and there was a field. I'll just tell you how weird this fucking world is. New York State, upstate, right, very rural, and we're heading throughway, big highway, right? And here's a tree, a lot of traffic, and here's a tree, just real quick, but big tree line. And as we're driving, probably about 50, I think the speed limits had dropped to 50 then, or 55. This thing breaks out of the trees. It's running. And it's running about 30 miles an hour. It's about 50, 60, or 50 yards off the highway. The highway's level with this field, marsh. Big red barn out that way. And I'm like this. And there's a stick. There's a deer in front of it. The thing's about 9 feet tall. It's a reddish fur all over it. Its shoulders mass would be like here. Its head was no neck. It was a massive, upright thing running. We have no apes in North America. This wasn't an ape. And it ran in a way that it seemed like it wasn't even on the fucking ground. Now that's odd. Running. Boom! Takes the back legs right out of this big buck. We got big bucks there. Broke its legs right there. I saw it happen. The deer flew into the stream, and it jumped in, and we're now passing. State police car right in front of us swerving to pull over, and the thing's in the water, and I just look, and it looked this way at the highway, but there's no neck. The movement I did like that, it did with its upper body. It was wrong in every right way. And its face was a human. It was more human than it was a gorilla. And it was about 9 to 10 feet tall. And it was massive. So all I can say there, I looked at my mother and we both went, Bigfoot, instantly. Little I know, back then I used to think all that stuff. That Patterson film is 100% authentic. There's no suits that can do what that did in '67. They still can't do it now. That is a real thing that lives in our woods. And I would, if you're interested in that subject, I would suggest you read the books, The Missing 411. Amazing, and what the cover-up is going on in our national parks, and how special forces respond armed. They don't interact with no one. They know what's going on, but these things have a little more paranormal than they are this. And I do believe they have taken people. I don't believe they're all their tribe. They go back years. They're tribes of something, but they're not all from here. This is my belief. I've seen it. Now, am I have to prove it? No. But I know they're in the woods, and I ain't camping with you. Any other question? And I know it. I'm not up. It's fucking amazing. This thing, this big, in New York.
Do you think them beings are here all the time? They're all coming and going?
Absolutely, my friend, I do. He asked if do I think these. With my life experience, I absolutely, my friend, believe they have permanent bases on this earth. They've had it forever. I believe after spending time with this guy, Mr. Russ, who's put this fine conference on, I have to tell you, I've seen a lot over the years in real life and in other ways. Are you folks from here, finally? I got to tell you something here. This gentleman lives here, and he's put this conference on, Russ here, and I was shown some video the last few days, and he talks, he always says, I got video, and there's some great stuff out there. I've seen what he's filmed, and I think you're going to see it too. I actually have some, I'll tell you what, I've seen something I went, holy shit. But it's in your backyard, friend. I live on the other side of the country. Good luck with this one. Amazing. So absolutely a permanent presence. Steve, in his talked about the ancient history of all this, and this is nothing new. We are just pawns. The power base knows that's all real, but they got to control us. But who's controlling them? These things are, where are they going to land on the White House lawn? They don't recognize the seat of power. They don't need to. They're magic. It's so different, and there's so many different kinds. That's my view and my experience. Not just Rendlesham. I didn't need that. I've had a lifetime. I've had more than you're allowed, I guess. Well, you had more than one side, and people, that won't work. Sorry. So keep an eye out. You know, like you said, if you're a smoker, that's even better, because no one lets you inside no more, right? So you go outside, and I've seen more shit by smoking regular cigarettes going outside. Look at you smiling. Yeah, I know you. And but if you just take a look, and this country is rich in this stuff. Rich. The world is. It's everywhere. It's every day. And the history has been right in front of us. Paintings and the cave things. It's right there going, hello? Yeah. Who's your daddy? Anyone else? They are the gods. That I don't know, but Russ, he's gone again, but if he did stay, he could answer that. I don't know. You got a beautiful place here, though. I think there's one right out in your bay here, and you'll see something that might make you think so. I was just, oh? He has a, I'm not going to say this, but it's just worth it. Do we take a break now, Steve?
I do, yeah.
I want to thank you. I hope I showed a little more class than you might have experienced last year. What I teach myself. Thank you.
Okay, guys, just to remind